Testing. Hey, welcome. I'm Brian Hunter, and this is the Musicians Club of New York's concert series with an amazing presentation by the Edvard Grieg Society of New York. Per will be coming up in a moment, giving us an introduction to Grieg and this program which he's put together. His students and also students at Juilliard and Manhattan School of Music that he's coached in the proper Grieg method. One thing that I'll start off with is please silence your devices such as your cell phones. And if you're in charge of any young children, silence them as well. I gave you plenty of cookies, you know, that's the deal. So without any more ado, I'd like to introduce our wonderful board member, Per Brevig, also president and founder of the Edvard Grieg Society, also longtime serving faculty member at Juilliard, Manhattan School of Music, and Aspen Festival, Mr. Per Brevig. I should say Dr. Per Brevig.
Good afternoon and welcome to everyone. It's so nice to see such a nice crowd here. So I welcome to you, but a special welcome to the permanent representative of Norway to the United Nations, and also his wife, Amelia Dietrich, who is a consul at the Norwegian Consul General in New York. Thank you for coming to our concert. I also want to say thank you to the club, Musicians Club of New York, which my wife and I were members of, and it's so nice to co-produce this event with them. Brian and Paul is working so hard to improve everything we do with the Musicians Club, and I think he's getting better all the time. So maybe this afternoon will be something that you can judge from, hopefully. I should say a couple of things about the Edvard Grieg Society. We were founded in 1991. I was the founder, the president. My wife was the executive director. And it has been that way since 91. We have produced about 100 events by now. And of special interest or appreciation to myself, I appreciate especially the concerts that we have had at Lincoln Center, Alice Hilly Hall, Carnegie Hall, Zuncat Hall, the orchestra concerts. And I've enjoyed conducting the Orchestra of St. Luke's, the Grieg Chamber Orchestra, which consists of the better freelancers in New York City. And also members of the Metropolitan Opera. My colleagues there have concert with them. And what a pleasure it is for me to conduct such an ensemble of first-rate musicians. So, moving onward, looking at the program, we are going to, before we do that, I can actually say what the Grieg Society strive for. We strive to foster deeper understanding in America of the rich cultural traditions of Norway and to promote intercultural exchange between artists from both sides of the Atlantic. That's what we have been doing since 1991. We also strive to educate a new generation about Grieg's life and work, and that's also what we're going to do this afternoon, introducing all these Grieg music to the young students from Juilliard. I think that means something, and Grieg's music is beautiful, and you know they have so much repertoire these days, but when they're introduced to Grieg's music, it usually sticks. His music is beautiful. Here comes a quote that I have used many times, and I love this quote. It says, one must first be a human being. All true art grows out of that which is distinctly human. That's Edvard Grieg. And that's really a great book, I think. Okay, maybe we should talk a little bit about the String Quartet. Or let me talk about Grieg a little bit before that. So Grieg, multi-talented person. He wore many, many hats. He was not so big down here. He was up to my shoulder maybe. He weighed about 110 pounds. So there wasn't so much down here, but there was a lot up there. So Grieg was a composer, as we all know. He was a conductor, which not everyone knows. He was a pianist, as we know. He was a writer, he was a reviewer. He had a busy life, he traveled constantly. And it was difficult for him because he was not always in good health. So as a conductor, yeah, I can talk about his composition first. As a composer, he was very influential during his time and after his time. So several composers, names that we know, attribute their music or ideas, and especially the harmonic inventions that Grieg did. And two of them, which we all know, Ravel and Debussy. That's really important, I think, that we know that. And also, I would say Tchaikovsky and Liszt, they thought very highly of Grieg's talent. I would say, and go as far as to say that I think Grieg's harmony were a forerunner to the impressionistic style of music of our day. As a conductor, he had great success in Europe. Traveled constantly. He was, Italy, France, certainly Germany, England. He has his education from Leipzig in Germany, and his talent showed up at a very early stage. He was 15 years old when he started his schooling in Leipzig. So then, as a pianist, he actually played his own concerto, which is a very difficult piece. He might not have played it as well as some of the great pianists at the time, but he was a very good piano player. And with his wife, he did all the songs. His songs are so beautiful, and probably some of his best music in these little songs. And his wife, Nina, was the perfect interpreter of his songs, and she had the perfect voice for the songs. So Grieg says that himself, nobody interpreted his songs like Nina did. And they concertized, and they traveled, and they presented the songs. On the other hand, Grieg knew these people that I'm talking about, and he also knew another person, which tells you at the level as Grieg was at when it comes to musicianship and career in Europe. He knew Pablo Casals. He's one of the great cellists, maybe one of the great cellists ever. And he played the cello sonata, Grieg's cello sonata with Casals. That tells you something. There is a quote from Casals. I was going to say that for the cello concerto, but anyway, I'll tell it now, because I think it's such a fantastic quote. Somebody asked Casals, he said, why do you practice so much at the age of 92? Casals said, well, I think I see some improvement. So that was Casals. Writer. He was a prolific writer, Grieg. he wrote tons of letters, and it helped historians to put his legacy together, especially. There are many books written about Grieg. One fantastic book is Grieg, the Man and the Artist, and there are lots of books about his speeches and articles. So if you're interested, they exist, so you can look those up. As a reviewer, he was engaged by a Norwegian paper. I think it was Bergens Tidende. You know, Grieg was from Bergen, and they asked him to write a review of Wagner's Ring. You know, the Ring, which consists of 4 great long operas. So I read all those reviews. It's remarkable, the intellect and the way he understood the characters is remarkable. And you should read it. You'll find it fascinating. When Grieg was in Leipzig as a student, he went to see Wagner's Tannhäuser 14 times. That tells you what he thought about Wagner. And you can imagine then, when he wrote the reviews, that certainly reflected his feeling about Wagner. Let me see. I think now that we really should get to the music. You know, conductors, and maybe me right now, when conductors start speaking, it's all over. So, you know, use your tongue, show what you have and what you want to express in the music. Talk as little as you can. All right, so I talked too much, but nevertheless, I'm going to introduce the string quartet from Juilliard. Please welcome the artist. So this is Emma sitting right there. She plays the violin, as we know. So Emma, tell me your name and where you come from, and you know what year you are in your studies in Juilliard.
Hi, I'm Emma Frucht. I'm from New York City. I did my undergraduate studies at Harvard University, and I'm back at Juilliard now. I was a pre-college student there. I'm doing my master's. I'm in my first year, and I study with now Naka and Daniel Phillips.
Thank you. Great career already.
Hi, I'm Amelia Dietrich. I'm also first year master's student at Juilliard, studying with Ida Kavafi, a violinist. I did my undergrad at a conservatory in Los Angeles, a pretty new conservatory called the Colburn School. So I'm so excited to be back on the East Coast because I'm from North Carolina, so great to be back.
Thank you. All right, now to our cellist, if this is long enough. Okay,
We can get it over.
Hello, I'm Clare Bradford, obviously cellist. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I did my undergrad in Boston at the New England Conservatory, and I'm in my first year of my master's at Juilliard, now studying with Joel Krosnick.
Thank you. Let me see if I can get over here. Yeah.
Hi, my name's Emily. I'm a 4th year undergrad violist at Juilliard right now, studying with Misha Amory and Sinyan Huang, and I'm originally from San Francisco.
Thank you. A short, very quick little story before you go. So, Emma is my contact person. We've been in touch. And so I talked to her a couple of times. So I said, how is it going? This is an extremely difficult piece. So she said, it's progressing very nicely. We like the piece and we're going to do it. So then, about 5 days ago, she called me up and said, you know what? Our first violinist has the flute. She can't play. So I thought, what in the world do we do now? because this is a major piece on the program, so what will I schedule instead? So then, what did Emma say?
Well, I should say I was originally going to be playing viola because I play violin and viola. So I decided, well, we decided that the best thing to do would have me play the first violin part, and Emily kindly stepped in last minute to play with us, which we're very appreciative of. And yeah, it's great.
You are real troopers, I tell you. Looking forward to